It's a cold, dreary morning here, so figured it's the perfect opportunity to take care of stuffing our pixie dusting gift bags. I had found these really cute nautical themed plastic bags on Amazon, very inexpensive, and just other things I ordered or picked up at the dollar store. And we're also throwing in some Valentine's candy since it's almost Valentine's Day. Just some fun little gifts to bring a smile to whoever receives them's face. I mean, I know my daughter, she loves getting these little surprises when we go back to our stateroom. So it always makes us happy to give them as well because I know it just puts a smile on your face to have some little happy. Tonight around 10:30 it started snowing, which is crazy. We live in South Louisiana, so this is a very rare occurrence. Another morning, another cup of coffee. Time to get cozy. It's officially a snow day this day. School was closed, so I'm just still continuing cruise prep, laundry, ironing our dresses. I had ordered a few things from Amazon and Shein. And if you're familiar, sometimes I call them the perma wrinkles. So I figured, I was like, oh goodness, I know I'm gonna have to iron all of these wrinkles out. So just trying to do all the things, getting ready to do my big packing, which to do the packing, you have to pre-pack. If anyone can relate, I know I'm not the only one that's alone in everything that goes into packing. It's not just, okay, let me get my bag and throw it in. There's the pre-work, the laundry and ironing and all the things. But it was such a cold day. We weren't going anywhere. We were stuck at home. So I feel like I accomplished a lot. And does anyone else do this? I'll put on a good show or movie or one of my favorite YouTubers and watch a video while I'm knocking it out. It's a monotonous chore, but it helps whenever you have something you like watching. Guys, you need one of these. I recently bought this one secondhand from someone on Facebook and I love it. It is so great for packing and ironing. Most of us, let's face it, we don't have extra closet space. So to be able to just pull your outfits and hang them on here, it has been so easy packing with this thing because, usually I would have to put everything in the extra on our guest bedroom and have it folded, but this way I can keep it on the hanger as long as possible, and it's just been very convenient. Loving it. Get one. Also, continuing cruise prep, booking our parking at the cruise port. I was told it's recommended to do this for Galveston. Also, happy day. Our luggage tags have arrived from Disney. Um, Before your cruise, you typically will receive one of these cards, and on the back of the card, it has all your information, your stateroom, who's traveling with you, and then you will receive these luggage tags. Hi guys, my name is Jeanne. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. I post mainly lifestyle content. I'm also a Disney fan, so I post a lot of Disney stuff as well. When I have upcoming trips, especially, I love to post about that. We are going on a Disney cruise in a few days. I'm so excited. So I've been prepping for that. If you are interested in following along, I would love if you like this video, hit the subscribe button, and I'll be posting more obviously when I actually get on the cruise. But I just want to show the prep work that I'm doing now. So a little background: I am a Disney travel planner, but that I've loved Disney for years now. This came about because of that. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. I I've been a Disney World fan for years. For years. I go several times. Um, Usually a few times a year. I've been blessed with that, and of course, doing what I do, it allows for me to have more excuses to go more often. But also, more recently, I've become a Disney Cruise Line fan. This will be my third cruise. So this trip I'm going on is me, my husband, and my daughter. It's my daughter's third time as well. So we went, our last cruise was about 3 months ago. We were blessed to go in October. We went on a Disney Wish. It was me, my mother in law, and my daughter, and we had a fabulous time. So the previous cruise before that was about 3 years before then. And yeah, about 3 years. And that was the first time Disney cruising for all of us. It was my immediate family, my mother-in-law and father-in-law were in another stateroom, and then in the third stateroom was my sister-in-law and brother-in-law, her husband. And we just, all different ages. We had a kid, they didn't have kids, but we all had a fabulous time. So let's just say it quickly turned me on to Disney cruises, and I became a quick fan. So I didn't want it to be so long until my next one, but we ended up booking the one in October. It was kind of a last minute cruise as well. It all worked out. Then my little girl ended up, we were actually supposed to go the beginning of October. She got sick, had to cancel the cruise, all those things. So, anyway, I'm rambling. I like to talk a lot if you haven't noticed already. So, here we are again. I've been invited to take part in this cruise. This time I am sailing on the Disney Magic out of Galveston, Texas. If you can't tell by the way I talk, I'm a Southerner. I live in Louisiana. So Galveston is kind of in my backyard. It's not far away. Our very first cruise, we cruised out of New Orleans, which is really close to me. I live about 2 hours from New Orleans. But right now, the closest Disney cruise to my home is in Galveston. Our last cruise we did in October was out of Port Canaveral, and that was great because that was my first time experiencing Port Canaveral and loved it. It was easy. So I'm very curious. My third cruise is now going to be on a different port, which that's exciting. I'll get to have information to see how Galveston is. We are going to spend the night in a hotel room the night before. I already, I was doing my research as a planner does. I learned that Galveston, you can reserve your parking ahead of time and it's recommended. So I went ahead, I did that yesterday, this morning. So when you go on a Disney cruise, it's official. I got this in the mail today. So this is our luggage tag. So I'm not going to show too much, but that's our official luggage tags. Um, if for some reason, because sometimes if you book last minute and if you don't get your luggage tags, it's don't or you forget them at home, it's okay. When you pull up at the port, the handlers, they'll have empty luggage tags and you can just write your stateroom number on there. But when you get this in the mail, it's exciting because it's real, it's coming. So I'm just going to kind of show you guys things I pack, bring. If you look at my past videos, I've done a cruise. I did a cruise packing video back in October when I was, or actually, it was probably in September when I was prepping for that trip. So, but if, just a little refresh, things that I recommend. Um, for one thing that I learned on my last cruise, so my daughter is a tween now. Our previous cruise, our first one a couple years ago, 3 years ago, she was 7, and 7 year olds, they go to the Oceaneers Club, which mom and dad have to sign the children in and out. Whenever, so the edge is 11 to 14 age group, your tween age group, and then Vibe is the older children, your teens. For Edge, it's interesting because she's not quite 11, but on the edge of being that age group. I was able to go to the front desk and request for her to be able to visit that kids club. She went to both. She did go to the Oceaneers Club, but when they start getting older, they think they're cool. We've all been there at one point in our lives. So but my mama heart wasn't ready. I'm like, oh my God, she's like a big girl. She wants to go to the big kids club. But she had a blast. It was so, and listen, I love spending quality time with my family, but it also was cool for her to
have this experience. It made her feel, so cool and special. But I was not prepared because my daughter does not have a phone. And while it is very safe and they can go in and out, it, I still, this cruise going into it, I ended up buying her an air tag just to keep on her wrist. Because listen, the cast member, they do a phenomenal job. And I never felt worried, but just when they get in that club, they can kind of come and go somewhat. So I just felt more comfortable. I was like, this time she's getting an air tag. I was not prepared last time. I didn't even realize that was going to be a thing. And well, they grow up, children grow up. So I found this cool air tag holder on Amazon, super cheap. It actually, do I have it? It came in a 2-pack. I didn't even open the second one. Like one's like hot pink, and then this one's like pink and white. So she's going to wear that just like a little bracelet. That way, I can see where she's at any time while we're on the ship. So besides that, just essentials, packing. I started grabbing things. Oh, one thing I can show you guys. So our last cruise in October, we were considered silver cruisers because we had been on a previous cruise. So when you are a silver cruiser, you get this cool bag, and you also get this really cute lanyard for your room key. Super cute. I thought that was so cute. So I've just, in prep work, I'm actually using this bag right now. We're doing fish extent. Well, so if you're researching Disney cruises, Fish Extenders is an organized gift exchange on the cruise ships between staterooms. You sign up for it on a Facebook page. There's groups. That's another thing. If you're going on a Disney cruise or probably any cruise, you can look up the dates of your cruise, the ship, and there will be Facebook groups created. And it's just a nice way to communicate. And sometimes if you have questions, or you're thinking of something when you're laying in bed at night and you don't want to reach out to your Disney travel planner, you can look on there and sometimes answer your own questions, but it's just helpful. So there's two different gift exchanges on Disney cruises. There's the organized fish extender group, and then there's also pixie dusting. So these are not, I am not participating in the fish extender exchange. I am doing pixie dusting. So me and my daughter made, we just, it's still cute little gifts, different things we've been picking up. Like I even threw some candy in there, a few Valentine's things because we're getting close to Valentine's. And I found these cute little bags on Amazon. And listen, I can link everything. I'll link everything in the description so you can see, what I picked up and what I have. So I'm using my bag to hold all my gifts. And the word fish extender probably sounds so weird. And if you've never cruised Disney, you're like, what is she talking about? A fish. So these bags, you can get them on Amazon. And look, I have my door mag. I started packing, y'all. I'm getting ready. Um, they're on next to each stateroom door. They have this hook, and this hangs. And what people do, they drop little gifts in these pouches, and it is so fun. So pixie dusting is just random. Like I didn't sign up for anything. I'm just going, and we're going to hang this on our stateroom door because other people will do the same thing as me. So me and my daughter are going to walk around with our bag, and my husband too will walk around with the bag. And just what we like to do, people decorate their doors. So just to give you, you're like, what are you holding there? So everybody, it's magnets. So everyone decorates their door. Like that's our college we went to, just different characters. You can do your names. I actually made these on our very first cruise and I held on to them. They're just super cute. And I have a few other things in a banner that I'm going to hang. And you, I think that these are a must, these magnets. If I can get one. They're like super duper strong. So look, they're sticking together. So it's some little magnetized hooks. This is the only, y'all, that's so strong. I can't even get it apart. There it goes. Um, Let me come up close so you can see. It's just some little hooks. So on my outside of my door, I'll hang too. And I usually put some kind of banner inside the room. The walls are magnetic, so you can actually use these for organizing. So even for my lanyard, like I can put hooks on the walls and we can hang our lanyards by the door. It's just, these come in handy, especially on a cruise where you don't have a lot of shelf space. You don't have dressers like a traditional hotel room. I mean, they're not big rooms. They're comfortable, but and very well thought out, but you're going to enjoy having these hooks if you're going on a cruise. So that's what you do with this, is called a fish extender bag. And so people, you'll see people have them if you ever get to go on a cruise. They have them all decorated. So we're done. We got all our gifts packed. The countdown is on. I started. So I bought this I don't know if you can see it. It's a portable garment rack. Those come in handy for this when I'm packing. I mean, who wants, all of us wish we had an extra closet, right? So even though it looks kind of messy in here right now, I have an extra rack. It's nice when I'm trying to figure out what we're wearing, our outfit. So I started pulling things, and of course, we have our little Disney cruise sweatshirts, just different things. We're going on the Magic, and one of the you do rotational dining on Disney Cruise. What that means is every night you dine in a different restaurant on board. There's 3 different restaurants, but the cool thing, your wait staff travels with you, so you have the same waiters the entire time. They are fabulous, y'all. They remember your drink, your just any preferences. Like you'll sit down the next night and they come bring you a Coca-Cola if you ordered one the first night, and you're like, oh gosh, you remembered. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit my microphone. I talk with my hands, so I'm sorry. But anyway, it's just so neat how they do that. So one, I have to say, I've been on the Magic once before. One of my favorite experiences was Rapunzel's Royal Table. It's a dinner show and it's so cute. So I'm not quite sure on this dress for myself yet, but this is my daughter's dress. So we figured, we're gonna do the theming, guys. But look how cute. We're gonna wear our ears, and I found this gorgeous purse. So I think that's a cute bounding outfit for now. That would be a little dressy in Disney parks for a Rapunzel bound outfit, but I think on Disney Cruise Line, it's very appropriate, very cute. So, I've just been, we're a few days out, so I'm just pulling outfits, getting things together. Speaking of outfits and clothing, Disney Cruise Line, cruise casual is appropriate. Now, there is Palo, which is the nicer restaurant that it is not included with the cruise. It is an additional charge, but it is a fabulous restaurant. We were very lucky. I didn't get to do it on my last cruise, but our very first cruise, my husband and I, you can book either brunch or dinner reservations. We did dinner on at Palo, and it was amazing. And that's something you want to dress up. Like, I don't know, I have some different dress options. I'm sorry, this is not buttoned. I will not wear it like that. But, just hot, you want to dress nicer. No shorts, no poolside attire at Palo. Um, we are lucky. I did get dinner reservations again for this trip. But once we get on board, we've never done Palo brunch, so I will try to see if I can get Palo brunch. We'll see. Fingers crossed. We'll see if that works out. So anyway, I'm rambling. Sorry. Moving on. But yeah, I'm just grabbing, figuring out what we're wearing. So lots of casual wear. So it's winter time. We're not getting on the ship at a warm time. So I think the day we board is going to be chilly. So that's why I'm like sweatshirts. Once we get sailing, we're going to Progreso, Mexico. So once we're in the Gulf, it's going to get warmer. So I'm expecting our first day at sea, swimsuits, cover. I usually plan on a Disney cruise. I will bring, of course, my dinner outfits. And as I like to bound, I'll show you this real quick. Like, this is my daughter. We're going, Lumiere's is the other restaurant. It's Belle themed. And I got these cute, like, we're going to do the Belle stuff, like rose earrings, yellow dresses for Belle. I'm that person, y'all. I can't help it. I like it. So, dinner outfits, we do that. For daytime, I always say plan on have at least per person a swimsuit and a cover up. I would say we're going on a 4 night, 5 day cruise. So that means there's a port day and 2 days at sea. So I'm going to bring 3 swimsuits because I don't like, you can bring one suit, but I like to always have at least a dry swimsuit, especially if you're going to visit the spa. You just always want a dry swimsuit available. And sometimes in the staterooms, like in your shower, you have the clothesline. What is it called? Yeah, clothesline, where you can hang your swimsuit, but it's not getting like fresh air, so it takes a while for a swimsuit to dry. So that's why I say a good rule of thumb is bring at least 3 of them, so you always have a dry swimsuit. Of course, your cover ups for when you're going to the buffet or in and out of the buildings. And I always say also, but per day, at least one casual outfit, short, sweatshirt, t-shirt, just something you're comfortable palling around in, or if you want to go walk to the drink station. That's another thing, guys. Disney Cruise Line, your drinks are included, your soft drinks are included. Now, any alcoholic beverages you do have to purchase. You can walk in with, I think it's 6 beers or a bottle of wine. Is it 1 or 2 bottles of wine? I'll get back to you on that. But you can walk on the ship with that, but drink alcoholic beverages are not included in your cruise. So just FYI. There's Because of the beverage station, I always bring per person a refillable stainless steel water bottle, something like this. So I have that ready to go. Um, there's also unlimited ice cream, soft serve ice cream. It's a problem. Actually, it's a problem for me because my daughter's lactose intolerant, and it's like, this is sad. Hopefully, she doesn't see this, but when she goes to the kids club, I'm going to hit up the ice cream. I do let her have at least one a day when she has to take a little lactose pill before, but still, it's a thing. You can gorge yourself on ice cream on Disney Cruise Line, and it's great. It's great. Anyway, okay, I'm rambling. So on our last cruise, I had tried this for the first time, and look, I don't know if with the angle you guys can see, it's a hanging packing cube. These are okay to bring on Disney Cruise Line because so they have a strict policy, nothing over the door. So you cannot bring anything with the square over the door hooks. Do not bring that on Disney Cruise Line. But this is for a closet rod. It's rounded. So what you do last time, it was so nice. Like it just, you pretty much, you pack it, you throw, and then they have a little buckle. You buckle it around the front once you pack it all. So this is a great for like pajamas, brassieres, socks, things of that nature. You just have it, and I rolled it up, had it ready to go per person. You literally stick it in your suitcase. You get into your stateroom, you take it out the suitcase, and you're done. You're packed. You're unpacked. So I loved it. I think I'm gonna do that again for this cruise, because it worked out really well for the last cruise. Um, what else? Oh, okay. Another good tip. Anyone that's Disney World, Disney Park goers, if you buy the refillable popcorn buckets, you can bring them on the Disney cruise, and all you have to do is pay a refill fee. I don't know the exact cost on the Disney cruise for the refill. I should know that, but I'll get back to you on that, or I can look it up, or you can look it up. But yeah, just a few dollar savings. Hey, some people, they're like, I don't need the popcorn that bad, but we like our popcorn. And when you're watching the beautiful Broadway style shows, you want a popcorn bucket. What else? What else? Okay, so of course, ears. I got my cruise ears ready to go. This is something I didn't talk about yet. So this is little baby Groot. He's a little one of those little shoulder pals. He's super cute. This is for my daughter. We got this for her at Disney World a few years ago. So we are going, and I'm excited about this. Not that I'm a huge Marvel fan, but we're going on a Marvel cruise. So I have a girl. I don't have any sons. Not saying it's a boy thing or a girl thing, but um, I have a very girly girl, and we've actually preparing for this cruise. We've been watching some Marvel movies, and I'm becoming a fan. I didn't know. Nobody told me. Like we watched Ant-Man the other night, and it was so good. And Ant-Man and Wasp, it was awesome. Like I loved it. I laughed. So I'm a new Marvel fan. But anyway, we this cruise will have a Marvel day at sea. So I'm excited to experience that and also to tell my clients, how that was, especially I have a lot of clients with sons that love Spider-Man. So I'm excited to check that out. Like we did a Halloween on the high seas cruise, the Halloween themed cruise with the Halloween party. That was a blast. Of course, your traditional Disney cruise has the Pirates Day at Sea, which is amazing and so much fun. But I'm excited to have a different experience. It's not going to be a repeat of what we've been doing. So, yes, for anyone else that I would recommend, you know what, get out of your box. If you've been on two Disney cruises, let's try one with a Marvel Day at Sea. Why not? So I'll report back or follow along and we'll talk about everything. Okay, guys. Other things I'm getting ready for. Oh, I didn't talk about this. This is cute. This is from my first cruise. So this is a light card. So in your stateroom, um, for environment, that is not the word, y'all. My brain sometimes. Anyway, whenever you're in your stateroom, Disney has it on the cruise ships that the lights go on and off, and when you're like if you want your lights to stay on, you have to put this. I'm not explaining this well, y'all, and I'm sorry. I should have thought about this, how I was going to word this, but it's a light card. Y'all can laugh at me because I'm laughing at myself. And there's a slot when you walk in, when your light card is in the slot, your lights will come on. Well, some people use their room key, but then the bad thing about that, when you go to walk out of your room, oopsie, you forgot your room key in the slot for your lights. So and you don't have to have a light fancy card that says light card. You can use any kind of gift card. I actually even from my last cruise, I have my old room key card. I could do that. So just and look, we to make it really nifty, when we take it out, I have a magnet on the back of it so it literally sticks to the wall. So just something to think about. I know it may sound like Greek right now if you've never been on a Disney cruise, but when you finally go on one, you're going to know what I'm talking about. So anyway, I know I've covered a lot. I'm looking at my mess and seeing what I have, but I would love for you to follow along. I'm going to wrap this up because I will just keep on. But if you have any questions, drop them down below. I'll, try to answer what I can or just say hello. I love when people say hello and follow. Let's come along with me. Let's have fun. We're going to go party in Galveston, going to Progresso. Thanks, guys. Y'all have a great day.